We are back live at your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour, brought to you by George Rogie Insurance. www.bolopunchboxinghour.com. Streaming to you live, as always, on Ustream.tv. Pretty cool interview right there.
Very cool interview.
Paul the Punisher Williams. Now, I am a big fan of his. Nestor's a big fan of his. But Emil, I mean, you are the Paul Williams fan.
Yeah, you said
there's a lot of man love between them.
You said you've been watching him since the Shamba Mitchell fight. Yeah. I've been wanting an interview with him since then. So
well, he is not an easy guy to get in.
Yeah, he actually doesn't do a lot of interviews.
No,
so
that's not his thing. It's not his thing.
And we have to commend our gracious host for getting that one lined up.
Well, it took a lot.
You can tell that he doesn't like doing interviews until you get something he really wants to talk about, which you really caught on to there at the end. He had a lot to talk about Calzaghe. That's
all you have to do is say Calzaghe, and then even, there it goes.
Even Pavlik, he talked quite a bit about that because it sounded like he wanted that fight, and his people kind of urged him not to take it so quickly. I think they can get more money out of it. Is probably what the deal is. I'm in my head, that's what I'm thinking.
I want to see him fight Angulo. I want to see him fight Boutte. I want to see him fight these middleweights and super middleweights.
I want to see any of those guys that he was naming. I'd be happy to watch any of them fight him as well. I'm just happy watching a Paul Williams fight.
I wouldn't have an issue watching any of them. I'll tell you what, I enjoy watching him fight.
He made a Winky White fight.
The mother of fights right now for me.
He is so long-armed and fast. It's amazing to watch him fight. It's like to me, it would seem like you're standing in the ring fighting an octopus. It's just
for someone
everywhere.
to throw 100,
so many.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he has rounds where he throws 130, 145 punches.
Well, believe me, I understand that. That's why I'm saying it'd be like fighting an octopus. All of a sudden, you're getting hit in the face, and a half a second later, there's another left coming, and a right and a left, and you're like,
what the hell is this?
How many arms does this guy have? I can count.
Is he kicking me?
Yeah.
I think he's kicking me. I think he's a ninja.
Yeah. He has gloves on his feet, too.
Miyagi-san. Where's Miyagi-san? Oh, Miyagi-san's dead, too. Everyone's dead.
Well, he was.
I ain't even drinking.
Easy, Billy Mays.
I'm not drinking.
New
OxyClean. Billy Mays, I love you, and God bless you. Rest in peace. But why the hell did you scream every moment you were on this planet?
And this week's show is brought to you by Fat Tire and Storm King.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And what are you drinking, Chris?
I'm drinking this awesome imported beer called Fresca Original Citrus. It's got no carbs. It's got no flavor.
Folks, he's drinking carbonated water.
Essentially. And it's lightly carbonated for my pleasure. Not to be confused with ribbed. Timmy the producer Patterson, how can our listeners get in touch with us tonight?
Oh, my goodness. You can hit us
I'm not even drinking.
That's awesome. You can hit us up on the hotline, 219-743-9743. Yahoo Instant Messenger is up and running. Keyword Bolo Punch Boxing Hour. But the best way to reach us and to talk to D. Mitz, Judy O'Brien, Little Holmes, Pete the Heap, Perry, and Ron Cameron, and a couple Ustreamers out there is in the chat room via Ustream.tv.
By the way, my buddy Ron Cameron, your glove is boxed and sent. I dropped it off at the post office earlier this afternoon. It is done. Actually, Paul Driscoll, your glove is also done. I feel like I'm the teenage girl in front of the pizzeria. Table 10, pick up. But Ron Cameron, yours is on the way. You should expect that probably by Saturday at the latest, Monday. And once I get an address from Paul Driscoll, I'll be glad to. Actually, why don't you in the chat room right now?
I got
oh, you've got his address?
I got Paul's already.
Well, his glove is finished, so they're ready to go out as well. So the Guzman Gloves Incorporated is that talk is done. Thanks for that beer burp right in my face.
Speaking about guys,
2 weeks ago, you were Billy Mays on the show too. You were doing the club.
I was.
Talking about somebody going out. This fight.
Saturday night, Los Angeles, California, junior welterweight action. Marcos Maidana. TKO victory in the 6th round over Victor Ortiz. He wins a vacant interim junior welterweight championship of the world. How can an interim belt be vacant?
Yeah, what are you talking about? A vacant interim belt?
They're making interim belts real belts.
Is it like
Ever heard of Shy Guy?
Is that like Mission Impossible with this belt will this
belt will self-destruct?
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't even say what title that was actually for. But they're basically we're trying to get Ortiz a belt so he can get a real title shot, start fighting some bigger names, and
It worked.
he found out this guy hits a little bit. Medina actually hits a little harder than what he thought.
Oh, they both hit exceptionally hard. Madonna.
I don't want to Madonna.
Not Madonna. It
wasn't like a virgin.
No. Madonna or Madonna. They were saying both, so it's confusing. You had Bob Papa saying Madonna, and then you had Emmanuel Stewart saying Madonna, so it did get confusing. I'm not exactly sure how they want to say it, but I'm
saying my aya.
You're saying my left aya. Oh, my right aya. Yeah, I mean, gash on one side, giant hockey puck on the other side. It was an outstanding fight. I have to take my hat off if I was wearing one to Max Kellerman for getting in the ring and flat out asking him, why did you quit? Because that takes some balls. Max Kellerman will go in there.
Why did you quit?
And he is.
Max actually does a lot of the stuff that what I'm thinking he actually says or he does. And most of the commentators don't do that. A lot of times we're watching a fight. I make my wife watch them with me, and she's like, "Did you hear what you said?" And I'm like, "I don't listen to those people. They don't ever say anything I want to hear anyway." But Max Kellerman actually does usually have the same viewpoint as me, anyways.
Scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people talk all the time about, well, man, if you quit in a boxing match, it's going to take years for you to wash that stench off. He said, you know what, I'd like to be able to carry on a full conversation when I'm older. That was his reasoning. What are your thoughts on that, Nestor?
Well, then you really should stay out of the ring. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you in a certain sense. But if you're worried about how you're going to be in your old age, then you really shouldn't be there. I mean,
okay.
I mean, you know,
I can respect that opinion.
Well,
it's not mine, but I can respect yours.
No, I'm just saying, you know, if I didn't want to be, if I don't want to get burned by something or burned in the mill or anything else, then I'm not going to work there. I mean, I don't know. I guess it just bothers me that you would quit if you would think that it was such a dangerous fight. Then why are you doing it?
Emil, you got thoughts on quitting?
Well, I mean, if you feel that you can't go on, or
you say I'm loud. Emil is screaming in my ear. Go on.
You lean awful close to me like you don't want to sit
What do
in
you
my
think,
lap. You want to talk into my mic or sit on my lap or something.
Snip it and snap. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you think it's going to damage your career or damage your lifestyle after your career, I could kind of understand it. But I didn't really get that feeling from him. I just felt that he could continue fighting in this fight. I mean, obviously they were both getting hit with some big bombs, but I think he just feels that Ortiz, anyways, feels that he has Golden Boy behind him, pushing his career, that he can make a comeback from this quicker than a lot of guys can. Like you said, it's hard for a lot of guys to return from this. With the backing that he has, I think he can.
So
we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back at you. Keep that thought. We'll be right back. It's Bolo Punch Boxing Hour. We'll be right back.